fight the feeling because it's about to go down. All right, people, here we go. Mark Clattenburg, ex-Premier League ref and current Gladiator ref, is now taking on official referee analyst role at Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest explains. So let's get into this. Let me get this up on the screens for you so you can see what I can see. Baby. All right, let's get into this. All right, let me just take a couple bits off. Mark Clattenburg will not be used to coach Nottingham Forest players and prepare them to be prepare them better to avoid negative refereeing decisions after he was appointed as a referee analyst at the Premier League club. The former Premier League official will be available for advice should Forest head coach Nuno Santos or any of his coaching staff want to consult him on specific issues. Like they can't just call up their PGMOL and ask the questions. So they got their own ref. This is silly. Clattenburg substantive new role as a refereeing consultant, the first of its kind at the Premier League club, will be to advise the Forest board and act as an expert between the club and the Professional Game Management Officials Limited, PGLM, should there be any refereeing issues between now and the end of the season. The 40-year-old refereed 291 Premier League matches across 13 seasons before leaving in 2017 to take up a role within the Saudi Arabian Federation. I knew it was him. He was the one that left. Now Clattenburg, who has had a long sometimes I don't know what that word is, I can't say it, relationship with Forest owner, has been appointed to help the club official better interpret decisions that have gone on against them and analyze and advise them on when they have legitimate grievances. Oh, okay. It's silly, but okay. Forest owner, who also owns Panathinaikos, got to know Clattenburg well when he became referees chief for Greece Football Federation in 2020. It is understood that the two men had some heated disagreements, but their relationship developed into one mutual of respect. Forest have been in regular contact with the PGMOL this season in connection with the number of issues. They wrote to the referee chief Howard Webb last month to complain about VAR had not intervened when Ivan Toney moved the ball and the referee's vanishing spray before scoring direct from a free kick around the Forest wall. On a separate occasion, Webb apologised to Forest in December when he admitted that Willy Bowley had been mistakenly sent off against Bournemouth. And Sky Sports News has been told Forest are equally furious that they were not awarded a penalty in the 2-1 home win over West Ham on Saturday when Maxwell Cornet made contact with Neto Williams-Hill, incident which Gurmit Gallagher said on Referee Watch it was clear penalty in his view. Clattenburg was at the game and is expected to attend every Forest match going forward in the director's box. He will not, however, be granted any special dependence. He won't be granted any special dispensations from the PGLM who communicate on a weekly basis with club secretaries and other officials at all Premier League clubs. Saturday's decision against West Ham did not ultimately cost Forest, but the club hierarchy are adamant that they want every base covered and the expert refereeing advice on tap as they reach the business end of this. As they reach the business end, As they reach the business end of the season, Forest will find out later this week the date for the independent commission hearing into their alleged breach of Premier League profits and sustainability rules. Okay, so that's why they ain't got no points taken off them yet, because they admitted it, but it's going to get a bit deeper. Forest currently sit 5 points above the drop zone, and a significant point deduction could lead them into even deeper relegation trouble. Clattenburg disappointed by Neville criticism. Clattenburg says he is disappointed in comments from Sky Sports. Gary Neville criticizing his appointment by Forest. It's not going to be just Gary Neville, bruv. It's going to be everybody. The ex-Man United defender said on the Gary Neville podcast that Forest appointment of Clattenburg to advise them on refereeing matters was a step too far. Neville said you're being employed to go and tell a football club how referees are making mistakes or what mistakes they are making. A fan in the crowd could go and tell you what a referee is. A fan in the crowd could go and tell you what a referee is thinking. I'm disappointed with Nottingham Forest. It's as if look at all of this. Look at all of this. Woe is me. I get it. Sometimes some teams feel as though they've been hard done to. Sometimes feel they've had bad decisions against them. That happens sometimes during the season, and I would have hated it. But to employ an ex-referee to tell you why you're having decisions against you, for me, I think is a step too far. This is not an attack on Nottingham Forest fans because some of them will probably think it's embarrassing. They won't like the decision against them, but I'm sure they won't sit there and think that it's really good move by the club. Clattenburg, who is currently enjoying a Saturday night primetime television slot on Gladiators, responded in the Times, I am disappointed that Gary Neville has come out with what he said. His employer, Sky Sports, employs ex-referees to help fans and viewers understand the law of the game, and Nottingham Forest are just doing the same. I don't see what Clattenburg can do for Forest. The former Premier League referee Dermot told Sky Sports News, I don't see what he is going to do, to be honest. Got they have obviously got some role for him. It's like Saturday's decision with Morgan Gibbs White. If he feels that it's a penalty and he tells the players it's a penalty, what can that achieve? Most of the players will think it's a penalty already, so they don't need him to confirm it unless he's going to talk to them about how they discipline themselves on the field and avoid yellow cards for technical things and such like. I don't really see what else he can do. Howard Webb has been very transparent. The clubs have his number. He speaks to them regularly, and it may well be that it's an avenue for them to go to between clubs and the PGL. And that's the end of that. Yeah, I think this is silly. I think it's silly, as in it doesn't help nothing. You ain't gonna get nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like if you got him. It's not like if you got him on your roll, it helps for when you go and appeal or anything like that. Like, look, we got an expert referee here. He can tell you that was a thing. Like, it doesn't matter. That's like, like what they've gone and done is, it's not even like they got in trouble, but what they've gone and done is let's say they had to go court. They're going court and they've brought their own judge, not lawyer, judge. I don't see how that's going to be a good look for you. Get me? I would not do that. This here is already a little take the piss dig at the referees organization. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, look, we got one of yours on staff now. Behave yourself. You know what I mean? We know all your tricks. But like that other former referee said at the end of that article, unless he's there to tell them, yo, don't be kicking the ball away. Don't say this. Don't say that. Da, 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 da. These little things are the stuff that's going to get you men booked. Even that is a bit silly because you know what's going to get you booked. You get me? You know what defiance is. You know what they mean. Sadly, it means you can clapping is now get you a yellow card, but not when certain people do it. Only when certain people do it. You know the dig? It's not an everyone rule. Best believe that. Best believe that. So I think this is a silly move. He should just stick to Gladiators. And I'm saying, not saying he don't know football. That's his main thing, or that was his main thing. But don't do this. Don't do this. It would be embarrassing if Arsenal did this. I'm glad Teta didn't do this. I'm glad all he did was just buck up himself and went down there. Probably had lawyers, spokespeople, whatever. But you don't go and get your own ref. They're against us. That's like going to get your own policeman. They're gang. Don't worry about you're paying him. They're gang, bruv. He's a ref. He's not going to shit on his community. He's not dumb. You get me? He's not stupid. This is not going to happen. Same way Simon Jordan don't shit on owners. He might give you a little taste, You get me? A couple of the ones that he don't like, but he ain't shitting on them as a whole. He'll rather shit on everybody below than shit on his circle. You ain't shit on his circle. We still got to buck up with them, man, at the bar, at the country club, and at the gentleman's club. There's levels to this, bruv. Don't think it's over because people step out of the bubble. No, the links are still there. They are still there. Best believe that. All right, guys, I would like to know what you got to say. Would you be embarrassed or would you be happy and proud if your club hired a former referee to help out for when you get decisions made against you? It's not going to do nothing. Even if he agrees with you, there's nothing that you can do. All you can do is, yeah, he agree with you. And really and truly, you've got that with Howard, because Howard would say it. He doesn't say it all the time, but when it's clear and it's too clear and too obvious, then he would admit it. And I'm saying clear and obvious, that's just up for debate. That's up for debate. But when it's too clear, too obvious, you know what I mean? Then he apologizes. So you don't need this ref. He's just there for no reason. You're just giving out money. What do they say? It's just job for the boys. You get me? That's what it is. It's just another job for the boys. This means nothing. All right, we're gonna go and watch a video now. We're gonna do a recap. We're gonna do a reaction video, and this reaction video is going to be on Bentley. We're talking about what's his face? Calvin Phillips. Will he go to the Euros? That's what we're gonna be talking about next. Is you ready? Of course you are.
5 hour jungle is another place. 587 TV, other lick. Yeah, real TV, reality TV. 587 bar level. 5 hour jungle is. Yeah, Godfather. See there? One.
What's up, people? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.